Now, there's stark warnings of another potential Life Esidemeni crisis here in Gauteng. The province's budget for certain welfare organisations is apparently going to be cut. The so-called reprioritisation will see increased funds to deal with the very real problem of drug abuse, for example. But it seems to be to the detriment of other organisations that cater to other vulnerable and just as needy causes. One organisation that is facing a budget cut for the next financial year is the Methodist Wattville Outreach Community Programme. And I'm joined now by their co-founder and director, Judith Sunday. Judith, thank you so much for joining us. I wonder if you could start by telling us a little bit more about your community programme. How many people do you look after? Who do you look after?
Good evening, Sally, and good evening to the viewers at home. The Methodist Wattville Outreach is an organization in the community of Wattville in Benoni, where we are servicing the elderly people mostly, where we visit their homes, we bath them, we massage them, we exercise for them, and also we get medication from the clinics and deliver them to them, because most of the elderly people in the community, they don't have anybody during the day. And at the same time, we've got a service center, a center whereby they come, those who are able to walk, they come to the center and we've got exercises, we've got choirs, we've got activities that keep them busy because of we're running away for the crime that is in the location, especially that attacks our elderly people. We are servicing 110 currently, whereas we were subsidized for 87. And in the community, those who are at home, those we bath them, we were supposed to be given a funding of 187, but we were given 120. All in all that we are servicing, they're about 420 plus or minus.
All right, so this is going to affect the next financial year, is that right?
Definitely, it is going to affect it. Actually, with us, Sally, there are organizations, yes, that their budget was cut, but with us, it was a zero. We received a letter that they regret that they won't even give us even a cent. So it is a serious challenge because we are facing off the staff that needs to be go to sit at home. We are faced with elderly people at home that will be left with unattended. Mm-hmm. We also have the elderly that needs to come to a center. As I speak to you today, they were there. Also, they are looking for their meals that they get because of others. They rely on these meals because in our community, Sally's, our old people are mostly vulnerable because most of the old people, they've got children who have passed away, left their kids. So in most of their grants, they support their children, they support their grandchildren.
Just tell me then, what were you getting? So you say you're now going to be given absolutely nothing. What were you previously receiving from government in terms of grants?
As I'm saying, I was receiving the money for I don't have an amount now currently, but I was funded for 87 people who comes to the center where we offer them the meals, which is the breakfast and your lunch, and they've got other activities because the same department has gave me the equipment of the gym room for the Gogo to be able to exercise. Okay. As I'm speaking to you now in March.
So 87 people, you were receiving state support to look after 87 elderly people. You've now been told none of that money is going to come your way again. What reason were you given for this?
It's unfortunate that the reasons that were stated there, I don't agree with them. And it's unfortunate that it seems as if you don't have any way where you can appeal. The first reason is that I don't comply. I don't know which way I'm not complying, because as an organization, we submit narrative reports yearly. We are audited yearly. We've got officials from the DSD that comes and monitor us. We've got the social workers that comes and monitor us. If should you have any document that is not in line with the program, they assist you and you have those documents. So I couldn't understand where am I not complying. And secondly, with also the other line that says I don't comply with the meeting that was held in Lake Hotel, of which they were telling us that there are organizations who are misusing funds. Up to date, I haven't received any letter that says to me, you, Methodist Wattville Outreach, you need to account for this. You have mismanaged funds, so we're gonna give you. So even if I have done whatever that I'm on the fault side, I haven't received any letter prior that tells me that you are not going to give. And we just got a bombshell when we went to see the MEC on the 5th of March, if not April.
So you're complying. I presume you're registered to do this, yes? Is that correct?
Yes, I'm that.
Absolutely
I've
registered.
given the certificates.
Perfect. So talk to me about if you don't find a way through this, how soon is it going to affect the people you look after? And what's going to happen to them?
You know, Sally, if I can relate one story to you that I don't know I don't know how to manage that. I've got one of my caregivers who is a boy, and that boy is looking after her mom who's very sickly with the little money that he receives as a stipend. I am just wondering if, since I told him that there's no funding anymore, how are they coping in that house? So those are the other things that are killing us as managers, because of it's not easy to work. You know, this youth, they try so hard to work. And Sally, if I can tell you the work they do, it's very difficult carrying a very heavy weight, somebody to bath and you know, do all the work. And then at the end of the day, your salary will be taken just abruptly like that. I think really what has been done for us, it was really abuse, it was really undermining, it was really like not respecting NPOs.
You make such a good point, Judith Sunday, that a lot of young people are employed to look after the elderly. And of course, young people need work. Young people without work can be more vulnerable to issues such as drug abuse, which is one of the Premier's big issues and one of his big mandates. Let's hope that he doesn't unstitch some of the good work already being done in grassroots communities for young people and for the elderly by trying to so-called reprioritise this budget. Please keep us posted, Judith, on what happens with your organisation. We wish you luck. Judith Sunday, thank you so much. She's the co-founder and director of the Methodist Wattville Outreach Community Programme. They've been told that they are getting no support from the provincial government. We know, of course, that government is planning to reprioritise how it spends its social welfare.